of the Seasons LP. Now, you might already be noticing something about the house. It's looking kind of bland. We've gotten rid of most of our personal artifacts. We've simplified the house. It's just sort of like, sort of like it was when we first moved in from the build I did right before we obviously moved the family and before Seasons was released. The only thing that's still quite decorated is the kids' bedrooms because I really like them. So I've kept them like that. But what I'm going to go ahead and do is I will upload this house to the gallery as is. So I've gotten rid of most of the personal artifacts, photos, anything like that. I sort of finalized the pool. Just made everything very simple so that anyone can download this off the gallery and use it for any family without it being too specific. And the reason why I'm doing that is because we are going to go ahead and head on over to the farm that we have inherited. So basically, Rachel's going to go off and head to school. I think, is Abby... No, she doesn't have work today, and he doesn't have work today either. So Rachel's going to go to school, and then when the school bus drops her home, her mum has let the school bus know that she doesn't live at this address anymore, and she's going to be dropped home at the new house. Now, the reason why we're doing this is because this house is just getting kind of small, like, especially the bedrooms. Even though this is a toddler bedroom, like, this is fine for a toddler, but, like, once we get to the child stage, it's just kind of cramped. And what is he doing out here? And even the adult's bedroom, like, everything's just kind of awkward. I could, like, relay it out, but I'd rather just move into the new house. And basically the story is that one of Abby's relatives, maybe her grandpa or great-grandpa or maybe a great-uncle or something, had a farm in Newcrest, and he is getting older and he doesn't have any sons, so he's not able to work on the farm. But then there is Abby, and Abby has Joshua. Abby's really into gardening, and you know what? They're going to go ahead and inherit the farm, live there as a family. And actually, if you guys didn't notice, who was it? Was it Jasmine? She has the last name Richards as well, which is the same last name as us. And I've gone ahead and moved some of our friends into some houses I got off the gallery that also look kind of farmy, just to set the vibe around our house, because Newcrest is quite empty, obviously. That's the whole point of it. So basically I've moved them in, and we're sort of pretending maybe Jasmine is a cousin. That's why it doesn't say they're related. Maybe they're just distant cousins, and Jasmine lives over there. But because Jasmine is a single mom, maybe she doesn't have time. She has to work to provide for her daughter. So she can't afford to run the farm time-wise. She has to work. Maybe she has a job that she likes, fine. But she lives on a little farmhouse nearby. And yeah, so we're going to go ahead and move on over there. I'm going to use cheats because we're pretending we inherited it. So obviously when you inherit something, you don't have to pay for it. Well, I don't think so. I've never inherited a house, so I wouldn't know. But yeah, it's sort of like they're just being given it. It's being passed down, and in exchange for buying the house, instead of paying for it, they're going to work on it. So it's just a little hobby farm, and there's lots of other little farms around it. So it's a really cute area. So we're going to be saying goodbye to this house, which is kind of sad. We've had a lot of good times in this house. I love how our child is just like playing out on the balcony. We've had a lot of good times, but it's time to say goodbye. We've outgrown this house, and Joshua and Abby one day probably are hoping to have another child, and this house has plenty of room for their family to grow. So we're going to go ahead and just, tell Rachel that there's going to be some changes, but that everything's going to be okay, and that we hope she has a good day at school, and that no matter what happens, we're always going to be the same family, even if we don't live here forever. So yes, this will be up on the gallery later. I'll have to restart my game because right now it'll say that it has mods, even though I haven't used any mod. What? Is it prank day? No, I don't know why it's coming up with prank things. Okay. Even though I don't have any CC in here, I think it'll just say, because I've got my mods enabled and I do have some modded furniture and stuff, it'll say it, and that's just annoying. So I'll go ahead and upload this at a later date once I restart my game without mods, and I'll upload it and whatnot. Okay guys, here we are at our brand new house that we have inherited. So basically I'll show you it around in a minute, but I just want to show you the surrounding lots. Isn't this beautiful and full time? Okay, so this is called Auntie Joe's farm. So I'm imagining that maybe they had an Auntie Joe, and then the lady that lives here isn't called Joe, but this farm's called Auntie Joe's farm. So I'm imagining maybe all the people who started owning farms around here are starting to get older and they aren't able to take care of the farm anymore. So all of their children and other family members are starting to take over. So there is a woman that runs this farm. I don't know her name, but this is called Auntie Joe's farm. So it's pretty cool. It doesn't make much sense when it's facing this way, but it doesn't really make much sense the other way either. But maybe the farm used to run through here, but then the council decided a playground needed to go right here, and we're fighting urbanization. But no, you could pretend she could squeeze her car through there. We should have to go like this and then like out here, because otherwise she'd hit her tires on there. But anyway, Auntie Joe's farm is there. And then over here we have a little farmhouse. I believe one of our friends lives here. The Parsons live here. And I did give everyone like dogs and cats and like some animals and stuff. This is where the... Oops. I know which ones live here, but I can't remember their last name. Why isn't it showing me? Visit residence. Oh, is it because I'm on the kid? The Caholes. Caloes. The Caloes. The Caloes live here. So this is like really cool. It's like a barn, like situation, like an open face barn. And they've got a pond and like a little pool, fountain thing. Like, this is really cool. So this is a bit like a hobby farm as well. They've got some produce and some plants and a little bit of a storage system going on here with some fishing as well. Over here is the single mom. So she lives here, the Richards. So this we are pretending is our cousin. She lives here with the dog and her daughter. She doesn't really have any like farming stuff going on, but I'm just pretending maybe she inherited this house and she's our cousin. Maybe she just lives here. Maybe she got offered the farm as well, but she isn't able to take care of it. So that's all of our neighbors around here. So it does, even though we've got this street and like water and like playground and stuff, if we're like playing like, you know, in our thing, and even if we're looking around like this, it still looks pretty like farmy. And in reality, like I live in Australia, which is pretty much just farms and coastline. Farms are not this close together because the farm would actually take up the entirety of Newcrest, like stations and whatnot. But we can just pretend. So you pretend that you would drive your car through here, up here. Here we have our letterbox. This is a fence glitch. Just ignore that. And rubbish bin at the edge of the curb for the garbage men to pick up. Then you go through here. It's quite an organized, like systemized farm. Like we've got these trees here and these trees at the back. Got a big tree in the front yard over this pond, and we've got a bit of a wishing well. There are 2 cars. We didn't have a car before. We were taking carpools and like buses into the city, so we've got a truck and a car. We've got a bit of a basketball court. Here is a little shed. This is just a little shed where you would do some woodworking, some flower arranging, and I imagine this is where we would like move the plants indoors, the ones that need to come indoors. So we've got some funky pot plants here. This one and this one. And these 2 here, just did some funkier ones inside. Just imagine maybe like this is just where they quickly bring in the plants when they quickly have to bring them in once it gets to like winter time or whatever. And out here it's sort of like it'll look better once we have the plants, but I want to have like rows. And then this is for any trees. And then over here we have a big tree. Under it we have this fire pit that we can put some chairs around, a little table to sit at and eat, this little game here. And then here, I imagine we're going to go ahead and get some farm dogs, because obviously we live on a farm. And we've just got some little beds here and some food and some toys. Obviously this wouldn't be very good for them to sleep in, like this doesn't have a roof. I was going to make a makeshift kennel, but it wasn't working because we have foundation. It was just like, it looked kind of dodgy. I'm not that talented. So I just went ahead and did this. And of course they would only like sleep out here when it's like summer and spring, when it's nice and warm. Or like during the day, if someone was out in the garden, they could come in here and then they'd come back inside during the night, or even they could sleep in the shed, I guess. Whatever, wherever they want to sleep. Then if you look at the house, it's got this beautiful like almost wraparound porch. I was going to do it around the front as well, but I couldn't do the roof. I suck. But basically we got like this L-shaped porch. We could get some seating along here. At the moment it's empty because I wanted to bring like some of their own furniture and then furnish it from there. Here we have like a little foyer porch area. I might get some windows there. This is like a guest bedroom. So this is where a guest would stay with an ensuite. And this is like a communal like public bathroom if you just have someone visiting. Then here we have like a foyer entryway with the stairs, or you can keep on following through. This will be like a little study. This area has no paint, but it's going to be a living area and like a bit of a dining room, and this is going to be like a very formal dining room. Oh, this is off center and this window isn't straight. This way there's a little porch area door where you can go around to the bin, and there's just like a side alleyway just in case you ever had to like get out that way. And then we got a bit of a front yard happening for the kids to play and whatnot. When you come up the stairs, you have this bedroom and this bedroom, which share a bathroom and have some closets. And then you got this bedroom here, which just is like that and has an ensuite all to itself. And this room, I imagine, would be like an upstairs, like kids play area. Here is the parents' bedroom. It is humongous, and a little bathroom. Okay, you guys, so I sort of just did a little bit of renovations. I sort of just added in what I thought would already be like in here, like, so for instance, the kitchen, the living room, like a fireplace area, little dining table. I've left the formal dining empty, and then I just placed some of our items. Got the downstairs bathroom, the kids' bathroom, just did the kids' bedrooms a little bit, placed some items. Did the parents' bathroom a bit more modern as if it's been renovated, and then just the parents' bedroom, like from this bit is done, but then over here is empty. So I'm not quite sure what to do with that yet, but I just sort of get enough in so that we can live, and I'll do the rest off camera. And I might use some money cheats, maybe pretend that they got a loan, because I actually didn't like take, like when I left I sold furniture, bunny quotes, but it didn't give me any more money, so I'm kind of confused. I've placed down the plants in sort of an order, and we got a whole heap more to plant, so I'm gonna go ahead and get her to open up any seed packets she has, and we'll do those. Oops, we have some food in our inventory. Okay, let's put the food in here. Okay, and does he has some plants as well, so let's go ahead and give any of the plants. Oh, we got some lilies, got some plants for her. Oh, a begonia. How do you get all these good plants? He must have opened all the good seed packets from the gnomes. Okay, so she's gonna go ahead and give all them, he's gonna give all them to her. And then I'm gonna go ahead and plant these out here. I'm kind of like unsure what to do, because when they're like this, they're really hard to move in and outdoors, and I don't feel like having like a big huge greenhouse, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. But I'm going to get her to go on over here and plant these. Does she have to do anything for her job? No, not till tomorrow. What's about tomorrow? To be like, plant some plants, and I'm going to be like, oh, I just did that. Okay. He needs to get up his fitness skill. Let's get him to go for a bit of a jog around the new neighborhood. Oh, and he's out here playing with his toy thing. I was worried he wouldn't really get to play with this because he is almost aging up to a child, but good, he's getting some use out of it. Cutie, okay. I'm so glad he gets to use that before he ages up. Okay, so he's going to go ahead and go for a jog around the new neighborhood, just check it all out. We got some fun playground equipment for the children, which is really cool. What have we got over here? Is this a hot cocoa stand? Let's get him to get a apple spice nog. That sounds good. Stop your jog. He's like jogging on past. He's like, that smells good. But we have some visitors coming. Okay, so these are some of our friends we already know. Let's go ahead and invite all the neighbors in. And I saw she brought us some fruitcake, did she? Oh, is she just eating the fruitcake for herself? Okay. I saw one of our new neighbors. Here she is. Her name is Lucy, so she is the one who works at the farm next door. So let's go ahead and do a cheerful introduction with her. She's coming over to check out our garden, is she? Oh, she's lighting a fire. Well, it is a little bit cold, Lucy. I think everyone's going to come over here and hang out by the fire. Alright, so we're just going to go ahead and introduce ourselves to our new neighbor. Oh, he leveled up his charisma. I think he needs to do that for his job, right? Yeah, okay, now he just has to level up his fitness. Let's get him to go jogging. And Abby's just gonna keep on gardening in our new garden. Oh, Patchy's out here as well. Look, Patchy is getting used to the new garden. He is welcome here. Okay, cute. So yeah, I thought you guys would like this little house. These are all off the gallery, by the way. If you just search in farm and then each lot size, there aren't very many. So that is where I got those from. And this I did build myself. It'll be one of my Saturday builds, like probably the Saturday before or after this goes up. If it's already up, I'll link it, but if not, you know, it'll be up soon. Oh, did you just have a potty accident? That is not good, okay. Well, on that note, we're going to go ahead and leave this part here. We've had a lot of excitement with moving into the new house, but we're going to go ahead and explore this more in the next part. I will furnish it a little bit more off camera so that we can definitely live in here comfortably, but I guess we'll have to pretend as though they got maybe a bit of a loan, or maybe they're renting some of their furniture or stuff like that. Maybe in the future, once we feel like we have too much money, we can just take some of it away or donate it to charity or something. But until the next time, I hope you will have a very snazzy day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!